Good evening. I've got a thought-provoking question for you during this Advent 2025. Do atheists really exist? Do atheists really exist? How many of you are familiar with the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche? He once said, "God is dead." And then some jokingly showed a picture of Nietzsche's grave, and on the tombstone it read, "Nietzsche's dead, God." Well, the Bible has quite a bit to say about his existence and those who believe that he doesn't exist. And notice what Psalm 14 says. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. So you may wonder, why does the Bible call a person full of folly foolish for stating that there is no God? Well, Romans 1 gives us a great explanation of that. Romans 1:18, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men. Notice, who suppress the truth in their unrighteousness. Okay, so what does that mean? Those who are living wicked lives, those who are living lives that they know are wrong, because we know inwardly when we do wrong, whether we think it's right or not, we know the difference between right and wrong. Even when our culture tries to rubber stamp what is evil, we know what is right and what is wrong. So what he's saying is, when we do that, when we're essentially suppressing the truth of God in our own unrighteousness. He says, because what may be known of God has already been manifest to them, for God has shown it to them. So just like your iPhone or your smartphone, there's a certain amount of intelligence that's already been programmed into your phone. And what he's saying is that God, who has already programmed certain information into our DNA, that we know there is a God. But if we choose to ignore him, we end up essentially just suppressing the truth of God through our own unrighteous behavior. For since the creation of the world, notice his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So when we look up into the heavens and we see the expanse of the creation, we see the different animals that God has made that are so humorous and wonderful and powerful. When we look at nature and we breathe the air, we see the sea and we see the mountains, and we experience a newborn baby crying. We know that there is a God. We know there's something higher than we are. But verse 21 says, because although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God, nor were thankful, but became futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Professing to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man and birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. So you see, God created nature so that we would know there's a God. And the next step we would ask is, how can I know this God? He is amazing. He is creative. He is wonderful. Think about all the people that love nature, naturalists. They love to get out and explore. Well, God made all those things, and he made you and put you in that creation. So he says, when we turn away from God and we do the things we shouldn't do, we end up suppressing the truth of God. And all along, God has made himself visible. So remember, God loved you so much that, as John 3:16 said, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Okay, contact me through Vermilion at vermilionjohn@gmail.com, 1L, no H in Vermilion, vermilionjohn@gmail.com. Also, subscribe to my channel if you want to keep pace with me. But have a great Advent season, and God bless you. We'll see you next time.